Hey, Seth.
Howdy, everybody.
We're gonna give it a few minutes. We got Tammy and Nellie will be up here. I know there's a few other lives going on. Oh well.
See you later. Happy Friday.
I don't know. The little Mormon guys helped me move one time. Oh, snap. What are you doing? Hey, Angie.
I'm a toy.
Right.
Sure.
So cute. See here. That's a... No! Yeah, Mr. Share's here, but well, I'm not showing him yet. He's in his underwear. You guys. Whoa, get down. Come on. Come on, sweetheart. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. He's like about to jump on me. All right. Going upstairs. Okay, so we got Nellie's gonna come up here and Tammy Barnes again. They did some research into this church too, because there was a few things that made me want to look into this church because I started thinking it was kind of weird and getting, well, cultish vibes. Hey, Cotton Candy. Hey, Lonnie. Um, it was like the day before yesterday, the way that Don started talking about already knowing basically that summer's gone. And he was saying things like, I'll see you at the resurrection, and just a bunch of bizarre things that I was like, well, that's weird. And also another case, we haven't seen another case where a church has been so involved in going around all of the social media. Yeah, he's a cute dude. He's a good boy. He's like a puppy cat. I don't think he knows he's a cat. Oh, and Mama Kim's gonna be up here too in a little bit. She was at Wally World, so when she gets home, she's gonna hop on here because she knows a little bit about the church. Also, hey, Barbie doll. Yeah, and cotton candy. There's a bunch of lives going on tonight, so I figured I would just hop on here for a little bit anyway. I want to get a picture. Hey, Lou. Yeah, the Mormon church is definitely a little cultish as well, but this is totally different than the Mormon church. It's a whole, it actually, looking into it, gave me a lot of vibes from Lori Daybell, Chad Daybell case. they kind of believe in similar ideas, but the resurrection is coming. It's coming like fairly quickly, and the end of the world is going to happen. Like it's all, a lot of evil is about to happen, and then if you do a little bit of research into this church and their beliefs, and then match it up to what Donald has been saying, it's like super creepy. Because he's talking about he will see summer again at the resurrection and all of this weird shit. Mr. Sir does not agree with my thoughts and theories that
I'm open to it.
looked into. Okay. And also, okay, so Candace, I believe, called the church. She called Don. Don said, hang up with me and call 911, which they both called 911. And then the next person that they reached out to get over there quickly was the church. That could be normal or not. But look at how the church is now interjecting themselves. And actually, it was the billboards. When I seen that the church had billboards everywhere, I wanted to look more into the church, because I feel like a church that advertises like that, they usually are like the huge money grasping ones, which are more of a cult. You're paying for, like, they have their own studies, you're paying for their books or whatever, and all the classes. And yeah, this church, you guys, is crazy. Oh, Mr. Seth. Hey, Hope. I'm keeping an open mind, but not sure I agree with the title. Just my opinion. All you gotta do, Hope for Peace, is just Google them. Like, it's a simple Google search. I've got 2 people I've been talking to today. I did ask them if they would be willing to do an interview for YouTube, and I think one will, and the other one would pass on the interview, but be willing to tell me the story that I can use as an anonymous type thing. So there's that. And they are ex-members of this church. And it's not good. There's actually one that has a lawsuit for sexual abuse, and it's actually a very, very public case when you Google her name as well. So yeah, it didn't look good to me today. Hey, Emma. Yeah. Well, I went as far as like actually Googling names and members of the church, but like there's they have their own health care, they have their own TV station, their own news, they're not allowed to listen to like really outside stuff. It reminded me a lot of Scientology. And then the way that they're talking, if you match like how Don's talking and how his church friend did the interview, it does sound a lot like Lori Daybell, talking about the resurrection, end of the earth, or whatever, end of the world, or whatnot, and everything's so negative. Also, Sunday school teacher, he sells like energy drink things, which reminded me a lot about Thrive and shit.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Oh, there's no movie theaters or nothing. Like they have all their own. It's like their own little world. It's crazy. Mormon is a cultish because of what they require. I will say the guys I met were very kind. The structure requirements are crazy. Yeah, and same with this religion as well. They have like rules, and they can't like eat meat or beef or something.
Mm.
It's a little bizarre. Tammy Barnes.
Hello. How is everyone?
We are fantastic.
Yep.
Awesome.
What did you find out today?
Well, I looked the church up, and they have they also are in charge of schools.
Yes,
So
that's
they
the
have their
other
own
thing. They
little
have their own school. Yep.
and one of the schools that the lawsuit was against was in a basement of a church. That's where they taught 1 through the 9th grade.
Yeah.
So didn't he make a comment about the basement?
He did. He said locked up in a
Mm-hmm.
basement somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And what's interesting,
Yep.
well, this church also, there's fundraisers and stuff going on, but this church has their own little thing going on, which we didn't feel comfortable sharing that one because, well, you know. But anyways,
Yeah.
just the way that he's talking, like I almost wonder if in the missing time. Okay, so one thing that stood out to me is there was a bunch of keywords that were in bold that would stand out that these people were saying like had special meaning. So warrior, battle,
Mm-hmm.
there's a bunch of them. And the lake she went to was Warrior Lake, right? Or Battlefield Lake, something.
It's something about
I
warrior.
think it was Battlefield.
So
Was it?
yeah, it gave me like very very, very bad vibes. They're now saying social media is of the devil and whatever, and don't believe social media and everything that they're twisting, but they're interjecting themselves into this and then continuing. When have we ever saw a church or a Sunday school teacher or anything like all over the news doing interviews using social media? And guess what? The church is now out there, and that's how they get members. And I actually went to this church, their actual church website that is behind the wells. They actually have a whole media thing, and they've had a YouTube channel for years that does very good with ads. So I find it interesting that they're interjecting themselves. I mean, I believe more cult issues at hand here than in the Watts case, because this is. And the three angels before the resurrection, they keep referring to her as the angel, which I could get that too. But with the research just from all day today, warriors. Hi, Gina. It has to be noted that a lot of so-called Christians use the Bible to hide their wicked ways, and that's just it. But they kind of use like the Bible loosely as a guide, but they have their own beliefs and stuff out of it. So basically, the way I would sum it up is, from my research today, is they're taking everything negative from the Bible and really like, this is happening like now, like repent now, end of the world is coming now, and there's sacrifice talk and all of that, and it's crazy. And then I found out they had their own school, they have their own health care program, and they have their own TV channels, their own news, and then it said that they can't. It's actually like considered a sin for them to basically look at outside stuff. That's like Scientology. They're not allowed to Google things and do all of that.
And they are a Protestant church.
Yes, here's the thing.
Kind of threw
child sex abuse happens a lot in this religion as well. There's multiple lawsuits that's easy to Google and started at the age of 4 for some of these women. And even young boys have come forward. So, and the thing is, going from the Bible, and then Ellen and her husband's friend are all the founders of this religion, who then steered it quickly different. Like, you've got even Baptist churches and pastors saying, like, this is not a religion, you guys. This is wrong. Like, this isn't a church. And they're everywhere. There's one down the road from us.
Yeah. There's like 700,000 people
They're everywhere.
in that
Yeah, it's
religion. Yeah.
insanity. It's as
And
big
they
as
have,
Scientology, if not bigger.
yeah. And they have their Sabbath, or what they call their church, on Saturdays,
Yes.
not Sundays. But the basement thing, when I read that, I was like, oh my goodness. That's so, I mean, he's just throwing you hints out there, like, you know, the three angels, the basement, resurrection,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and all of that goes with that church.
yeah. Oh, and on their page today, like just like a couple hours, like maybe 3 hours ago, their newest video is how like social media is like the devil and stuff like that. It's ridiculous, ridiculous. But
That's even
hey,
worse than the cult that Lori Vello was a part of.
it does remind me a lot of the teachings of Chad Daybell, but these are the
Yeah.
teachings of Ellen White, her husband,
Mhm.
and his best friend Jack, somebody, and yeah, they kind of steered off and just take like everything bad from the Bible and made it into a religion thing, and basically putting fear into
Right.
people. But
Right.
I found a couple pictures too that I was not really impressed with like how some of the men have their hands placed on little young
Yeah.
females. It was, I'm not gonna share them or nothing, but I didn't like what I saw. It made me uncomfortable.
Well, he's inserting himself into the investigation because he wants to know what's going on.
Yeah, he does.
He's
That's
trying to stay
exactly
close.
it. He inserted himself, and that is another thing that like really, really stood out to me. And then wanted to like, oh, it's just ridiculous. And he's like, yeah, I talked to the boys, but then he was like making up things. Oh yeah, I saw the boys swimming at the swim hole with their sisters. No, you didn't, because they weren't there. There was no room
Right.
unless there's another vehicle there. So
Right.
like, I don't know. I'm wondering if it isn't, they know for sure somebody has her. Maybe that's why they pass a lie detector test. Well, then who has her? Is this church involved in some way? Which I like this thinking, because everything that means maybe she's safe in a basement somewhere. I don't know. Because again, if she just wandered off or something, it's somebody that knows her, right?
Nelly.
Yeah, I think somebody that knows her took her, because I think she went with them, you know, thinking, oh, I'm going to go swimming or fishing or whatever. And that's not what happened.
Love you too, Nelly. Thank you.
Love you,
Yeah.
Nelly.
That's the other thing. I don't know. So maybe there was an accident. What happened in that time? Did Candace go right home? Maybe not. Did she bring her to the church? Because clearly calling the church was next to calling her husband for Candace, right? So
yeah.
And there's a few other things too that
And then the police.
And then the police. Yes, I mean,
in order. Yeah.
I think, and I also kind of hope like I'm right. Okay, but then I get to all this thinking and I start doing the research, and I really feel like I'm on the right track, because then I go and take a shower and the frickin' power goes out as I'm like digging into this cult thing, and like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, this is fine. I actually swung the shower curtain open because I thought you come home and you were trying to prank me. I was like, haha, very funny, babe. But then nobody was there. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then the shower water turned ice fucking cold in my way. I'm going to take this as a sign that this church is no good. I actually downloaded a ghost box on my phone.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Shady stuff.
Very, very shady stuff.
Yeah, I think,
And this church person, they're like really trying to take over too. Like they really like take control and they do a lot of the talking. And I don't like the Robin girl gives me kind of Stepford wife feel as well.
Yeah. I feel like the church has something to do with it. That's why they've inserted themselves. They want to know what's going on, what the police know and don't know.
And then they say, well, we're not going to back off. Well, we're getting all this hate online and that's of the devil, but we're not going to back off. We're going to be really loud and proud behind the walls. It's like, wait, what?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But then, I
But
mean,
what they don't
know,
realize is they're making themselves look guilty.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why I thought to look into them, because it just didn't feel right. And again, it would be someone that she knows. It's
right. Yeah.
Okay.
And it might not have been like, it may not be like the main people of the church. They may have had someone do it for them and bring her to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or she drove her to the church, maybe. Like, that's what I think happened in that time. Because clearly the church was one of the first people she wanted there for the search and everything, right? So I don't think it's too far off to think that she called Dawn. Hey, Dawn, this and this happened. Dawn was like, bring her to the church. And maybe they all met up there, is what I think. And then they both called 911 or something, because Dawn was only a mile away from home when he called 911. So I don't know, but there's time missing. And I feel like we'll never know until Summer's found either safe or the other. Say she is passed, we won't know when she actually passed, or hopefully she is still alive in a basement somewhere, being held in a basement of a church, or I don't know.
And how is she being treated, you know?
It's not a Mormon church stuff. It's a completely different religion. It's not Mormon religion at all.
No, it's
just Google them. It's
not
Protestant Mormon religion. Well, Emma, I had the Jehovah's Witnesses in Minnesota. They used to come to my house all the time, and they always send these 2 women up, but the minivan had like at least 3 men in there, but they would send the women up. And I started doing some investigating, because then they started texting me, like right around when the pandemic started. They started going with texting instead of coming to the door. And I would talk to the ladies for a little while, because I used to hear like how horrible they'd be treated or whatever. So I would at least engage them for a few minutes so that they wouldn't get in trouble by the guys. And I then texted the one day and said, so is this a cult? Like, I've been doing some studying and I'd be interested in joining, but you know, I've been reading a lot. Is it a cult? And I never heard from them again. They never sent me anything else, never talked to me again.
So you just nicely ran them off. Oh, there she goes. Oh no, we lost Cher.
I had to go out.
There she is.
Oh yeah, there is a lot of weirdos out there. Hey, Julie. Yeah, that's crazy, Dalen. Nope, it's not Mormon. It's its own thing. If you just Google it, Seth, you'll see. It's you're gonna see it's not good at all. You're gonna be like, yeah, for sure, it's not a church. No, it's not Mormon. It's
When I looked it up, it said Protestant, but I think they're a branch of the Protestant church, but they had started out like it had said it that started out Catholic, and I'm like, how is that even
Yes, SDA.
close to
Yep.
each other?
Seventh-day Adventist. Yep. SDA. And hello, Tam.
Mm-hmm.
But from my readings, yeah, it didn't start from Mormon. I think that's more the
No.
Duggars. Or are the Duggars actually SDA as well? That's what Mama Kim was thinking. Which they're okay totally, and the church helped with the Duggars as well, help back and support all the Josh Duggar child molestation and child porn and all that, and molesting his sisters and all that.
Mm-hmm.
They're supporting him and backing him also.
Hey, Mystic Firefly.
Hey, Mystic. Just landed. And I'm going to put the link in here if anyone wants to join. I don't know if, or even just different thoughts or opinions on this, because I just decided to go down this rabbit hole today, and I was like, holy cow. All right, there's the link if anyone wants. Yeah, it's definitely a cult. Definitely.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I mean, even with their own schools and shit, like it reminded me like when I would go visit military bases, and they have like their own shopping place, their own hotels, like they have like their own little world, you know?
Yep.
That's what these churches
We
are.
did. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Harley.
Hey, Harley. Yes, the Church of Latter-day Saints is Mormon. Yes. Thank you. Yes, totally different. Yes, Dalen. And I believe that used to be like a kind of like, I want to say like a sister religion or whatever church to the SDA.
I just
Yes,
looked them
she
up,
was.
and they're like, there's in 1 hour from here, hour away from where I live.
Yes, I look at that prayer circle thing that happened a little differently now. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I went back on the calendar to see if June 15th was a special day at all on their calendar, because they have this special year calendar and their own special dates and what they are or whatever. And
Yeah.
I can't remember, they had one on June 15th in 2019, so I couldn't tell if it was something celebrated every year or not. But just this past June 15th, there was nothing on that calendar, but there was something the day before and the day after.
Hey, Dr. Phil.
Hey, Dr. Phil. No.
The
Seth,
day
they're
before
not.
she
I'm not going to
went.
argue about it either, Seth, because it's on. You can fucking Google it. It's totally different. All right, there's a link if anyone wants to come here. Can you imagine one of those bug-eyed men come up to Summer and grab her? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Jerry. Hey, Brooke. Y'all are all cults. Period. The Lord is the great spirit upon which all life is supported, a great mantle upon which we take for all churches are compromised. Hey.
You're the closest fingers to anyone. There, you don't have to Google search. You can click that. It's Protestant.
Yeah, that's what I would thought. Yeah.
Thank you. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, Protestant Christian denomination.
Mm-hmm.
Not so basic, bro. Don't drink Kool-Aid. Oh, great. Now I want Kool-Aid.
Yeah, if Nelly, if they do another comment like that, then yeah. Because it's a little weird. Yeah, don't drink the Kool-Aid for sure. But, like, why would they interject themselves into this?
Because they're guilty. Oh, did I say that?
But guilty of what? Possibly, like, helping hide them? Are they gonna pretend like she
No.
comes back and it's some miracle? Or, like, I don't know. I sent messages to both you and Robin to ask for help in that Riker Beale case out of Illinois. Robin, the Sunday school teacher. Okay, so the missing aunt, Summer's aunt, Rose Bly. There's also where she was living and where her car was found. There's a couple locations of this church. Now, I don't know if she was a member in that church. I still need to dig into that and do some research, see if we can find out where's the family maybe involved in this religion or whatnot. I don't know. But they have locations where Rose was, and actually in the same area, Polk County, where her car was found.
Too far away eyes.
Well, didn't the sister accuse Dawn of sexual assault, abuse?
Not, this is Candace's sister that's missing that I'm talking about, but Dawn's sister did, yes, and somebody else too. Yeah, they did. Hey, Faraway. Hey, you guys, come up here.
Which, if they're a member of that church, they think it's okay, I guess.
Yeah, and so I'm just not sure, because again, I think it's weird, the odds, two missing people in the same family. But let's say Dawn and Candace don't really know. That's why they would pass the lie detector test. And Summer knows people from church, right? She would trust them.
Right.
I don't know. But at the same time, I you say about Chris Watts, he's too calm. He knew either way. He knew his family was dead, and he was very calm. I feel the same about Dawn and Candace.
Mm-hmm.
There's a huge difference in how Chris is acting and how Dawn and Candace are acting now.
The dogs jumped Summer? No, I don't believe that.
Yep.
Yes, Brooke.
So true. But I definitely can't bash this religion, considering I'm Catholic, and God knows there's plenty of Father Bad Touches out there.
Right, and the Catholics and this religion are apparently they hate each other and their beliefs.
Which makes no sense.
Hardcore religion. It's hate everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Julie Wally.
How is the new kitty?
Oh, he is good.
Yep.
We'll go find him.
We bought the Scotch post and started on the carpet.
Yeah. Where did he go? Whoa!
Oh, sorry. That's my bird. That's my bird. I don't know if you can hear him.
Oh, I can't. boy. You're supposed to be working. Yeah, he's been here for a week tomorrow. He's
He
getting more
already
and more
owns the
comfortable.
place.
Yeah. I said he's the king of the castle, and Mr. Share says, I'm the king of the castle. He's the prince.
Yeah,
Oh, you
that's
like
what you
belly
think.
rubs. Huh. You like belly rubs. Ah!
Matthias is like, just let him keep thinking that.
Yeah. That's his buddy. Huh. You love dad, huh?
Well, Seth, when I looked it up, it said Protestant Christian. So I don't know how they could be Mormon, but maybe you're right. I'm not sure.
Maybe they started Mormon at one point, but Seth, seriously, we're not going to keep arguing it either. So,
Even the one the article you sent me on the lady that
yeah.
has a lawsuit, it says Protestant in it also. And I wonder if anybody else is going to go missing from that family.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
that's we got to do more digging and see if we can tie, like, does the whole family go there? How many years or what? Because now the whole Rose disappearance.
right.
Good night, Dalen. Why are all those three brothers still in that household? I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
Well, after all this, their eyes should be open to what kind of lifestyle they have. Maybe they'll place them in a home or something, because they don't need to be in all of that.
I mean, I don't know. We still got to do a lot more digging, but this is just like everything that I found today. I was like, whoa. I didn't see anyone talking about it, but
Yeah.
the churches all mingled themselves into this quite a bit now, because they did more interviews yesterday. So, and now, not only that, Robin, the Sunday school teacher, has been reaching out to YouTubers, by the way, wanting to talk. And he was like, no, I'm not going to talk to her. But yeah, there's proof that this church has been reaching out to YouTubers wanting to talk with them. And the one channel that they reach out to is like under 3,000 subscribers. So it's not like it's huge channels. They're just going to, I think, anyone that's on social media talking and wanting to do interviews and talk. And it's weird. And they have like 500 something thousand followers on their page. And I was looking today, I've seen all of the new comments and everything. So they are getting, well, it's 2021. Cults are going to be advertising on social media. They just do. Scientology does as well. So
yeah. I was just going to say free advertisement.
Yeah. And getting involved in the case like that. Yeah. You got to pay for I was going to look into the jobs too, since they have like their own health care and all of this. I was wondering then, do they also do their own employment? Because I think Candace works with Don, does drywall or painting or something. I've seen pictures where they're both full of it. So I don't know if, do they even have their own jobs that they're hiring out for or whatnot?
Yeah, and how do they pay them through where does the church get the money to pay them?
Well, if they have their own schools and their own healthcare and stuff like that, I'm guessing they have their own, private. I don't even know. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Marching in the streets with a banner.
What?
That's awesome. Good night, Seth.
Mm. Mm. Does it say find some, or are they trying to tell you you're going to hell?
Right. Because that's what they like to say. They like to scare people.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to hell.
Mm-hmm.
The 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 second coming is here, and and they make it sound scary.
Mm-hmm. And Robin is the teacher at,
Sunday school teacher.
is she a Sunday school teacher? Yeah.
Yep. And when in any other case, other people went to church. So when in other cases have you seen the churches mingle themselves into the mess like this? You don't.
Right. They just want to know what the cops are doing, what the cops know, how much they know. And they want to keep an eye on Candace and Don too, probably, so they don't go, and if they know something, they don't go tell it.
Well, it seems like now every time that there's been a journalist or anyone there with cameras, there's somebody there from the church, whether it be Robin or somebody else, or at least one or two other people are there from the church with them. Every single time they're doing an interview thing. Every time.
Yeah, they don't want them to open their mouth and say anything, so they're there to intimidate them, I think.
I kind of feel like that too, which is, I guess maybe I'd rather think that than the parents are guilty of doing something bad to their daughter. But either way, I think there was still something not right. That little girl was 5, about to start school, but was she about to go to the, I don't know.
Was she gonna?
Supposed to be angels?
Was she gonna go to their church, their schools, or was she gonna go to a regular school?
I think the boys are going to one of the SDA schools. I looked to see was there one in their area, and there is, and it looks like there was actually a few of them. I want to say 3 to 5 of them in the area. So I'm gonna guess that they probably go to one of those schools.
Yeah. Harry Grace, your brother, is a pastor for the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Oh, wow.
You want to come up here and tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah. I'm sorry to say, but I feel like it's a cult in the most respectful way.
Right, yeah. Yeah, Jesus, take the wheels. You're right.
Take all of the wheels.
All of the wheels.
Even the purple.
Right?
Jesus, take the
What? What did he say?
Jesus, take the internet.
Oh, yeah, right. It's just weird how there's been absolutely no kind of clues whatsoever. No, I mean, nothing.
Yeah. Whoops. Okay, there we go. No, it's not the real Dr. Phil. Come on.
You what?
Is it the real Dr. Phil? That is it.
Yeah.
Catch me outside. How about that? What is that? David Dotson. Yeah.
Huh?
Terry Grace, are you gonna come up here? Tell us about that. There's one mountain over here. I'm gonna take this. They're gonna take me to it. Yeah, me too. Rose. Hang on. I'm gonna keep digging into this because
Yes.
I find it very interesting. We got to see.
Well, I guess that's another.
Also, hold on. The boys said that they talked to. Well, the pastor said he's the only one who's talked to the boys, but then Don said they talked to specialists and stuff because they don't have the right to talk to the boys. So it made me feel like they denied their minor children talking, and they actually have the rights to do that. They can say their minor children don't have to talk to the TBI.
Yeah. Uh-oh. We lost her again.
There we go.
She'll be back. There she is.
It keeps happening.
You keep disappearing.
Yeah, because my phone is like boiling hot. I don't know if it seems to be when I run StreamYards, but I don't know why it would do that.
I guess we need to keep an eye on every time they do a interview if one of the church members are there. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna see. I just started digging in and talking to these people today, but it sounded like one of them would do an interview. So that would be very interesting. And she said she's an ex-member. And the little bit that she told me, I found to be scary and wrong. And it sounds like it's pretty common. Yeah. So, and the one I wish, or I hope that they'll talk, but I get if she doesn't want to. If she's afraid because she was involved in a lawsuit. So
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I get it, and I don't want to be pushy or anything, but it's interesting. And I mean, the TBI or whatever the detective said, everybody is a suspect right now. So to me, that means even anyone that is self-interjecting into the case, like the church has been, to me, you are a suspect right now. And that's just how I feel. Welcome, Faraway Eyes. Welcome to the Crazy
And they
Train.
need to, I mean, not that looking for red trucks is fair, but at one point they said a red truck. So maybe they should kind of look into, I don't know, that'd be a lot of looking into though, wouldn't it? A lot of red trucks.
Yeah, but I still don't know for like, where did that come from? Did the police really see that?
Yeah,
or
I don't
the police
either.
were saying, like, watch for this because that's what Don told the police. Like, they really haven't said much other than everybody right now is a suspect.
Yeah, I think if they really thought that red truck was involved, they would have put it out.
Yeah.
To be on the lookout for.
Yeah, Bolo for it. Yeah.
Call police. You see this truck.
That's what I was thinking. Because they
He's
haven't
gone
even
from-
mentioned it, not really, have they?
No, he's gone from somebody took her to Mexico, someone took her into the woods, to now they
Yeah,
know she's
yeah.
not in the woods, to she definitely was
She's in the
abducted by,
basement.
it must have been Hunter and Allie. Why are they turning on us all of a sudden? Oh, she's locked in a basement somewhere and can't get
Yeah.
outside. This is where she loved. Like, he
Yeah.
is pointed in anything but it being the family. Like, don't look here.
Yeah.
It's not
I
here.
would never say. I think it was my wife.
But I'm just saying, you can't even stick to one theory, though. You've thrown
No,
so much
he's
shit
like
to
all over
wall,
the
and we're just
place.
hoping one of them will stick.
Yeah.
And then
The only
you,
thing he's been
Mama.
the only thing he's
Mama.
been hey, Mama. He's been consistent with is that he doesn't believe she's alive anymore.
Yeah. Hey, Mama. What you thinking? You sound like a chipmunk right now.
Yeah, what the is going on?
You do.
I like it.
Oh. Nellie.
Hello.
Hello, Nelly.
Finally made it home, guys.
Oh my gosh, we're all up here at the same time.
I know,
Mhm.
finally. We're all able to get together. Hello, Mama Kim.
Yeah, that's so weird, Mama Kim. I don't know if you can hear us, but you sound
Mama
like you're
Kim,
in
you
fast
sound like
forward.
Minnie Mouse
sounds-
on speed.
Yeah. You remember
That
when
sounds
you
like
fast
Minnie Mouse on
forwarded
speed, big
tapes,
time.
you know, when we had tapes?
Mm-hmm.
Pop out and come back
And you
in,
was fast
girlfriend.
forwarded to get to your favorite part.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Sounds like we're fast forwarding Mama Kim.
Well, she's trying to catch up.
52 minutes in. Come on, Mama.
She's trying to get it all in just like under an hour.
She dropped out.
She's gonna come back in.
Hi, Julie.
Nope, we're gonna try again.
Oh, well.
Crickets. Oh, and now we're gone. Bless her heart.
Technical difficulties.
Please try again.
I don't know. Cher, did you send some heebie-jeebies through with all your stuff that went on today?
Yeah, she cursed everybody.
God, that was freaky. When she sent that
Yeah.
video, I was like, oh no.
Mm-hmm. I know. I know.
No, no, no.
I'm like, don't make me come up there with my sage.
Right? I'm all start praying now.
Right. Well, I guess Mama's not gonna be able to come back.
Maybe it'll work now.
There she is.
Oh my goodness. Can you hear
There
me?
you go.
Oh,
yes.
Oh my God. You would think with all this bank I'm making these videos, man, I'd have some good equipment. Right?
Yay!
God.
Oh, hey, Mama.
Hey, ladies. Everybody
So
being good tonight?
Yeah, of course we are.
We're
Good,
trying.
good. I didn't want to have to bring no switch
It's
in
no
here.
fun.
Man, I'm sorry I'm late. I was really looking forward to hearing what you had to say, little lady.
Mama, thanks for helping us get our baby.
Aw. Is it Siamese? Because that looks Siamese to
I
me.
swear he's part Siamese.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Chinese.
Yeah. So, yeah, I always want to hear what you had to
He's
say.
cute.
What did you dig up? I know I don't want you to backtrack a whole lot, but just a little bit.
Okay. So this is establishment. I don't know what you call it because I don't want to call it a religion. This establishment, like, literally has its own healthcare, its own TV channels and news that people have to watch, its own set of rules, even what you eat, and its own schools.
Hey, Julie W.
What else? Like,
Yeah, because I don't know a lot about this case, so I can't give a lot of intake into it. But I do have to say that the whole church and the Pied Piper dude, I don't know, all that kind of was weird.
yeah, the special flute,
Yeah.
for summer.
Yeah, I mean, all
Did you
that
hear that,
kind of was awkward, as
Yeah.
well as so many videos of the little girl in church. Who made the videos? I mean, has that been clarified? Was it her family or someone else?
No, okay, so they do record in the church and they post that. They post it.
Yeah,
Hey,
I mean, I get
Tamio.
that. A lot of church do that, but just one little
Yeah.
girl all the time, I found that kind of odd.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I bake cake.
they all call her like Angel Baked Cake. Ayo.
Okay, let me tell everybody hello. Hello, Baked Cake. Hello, everyone. It's good to see everybody tonight. Glad to see y'all here. But
We're
yeah,
glad you're here, Mama.
thank you. Glad to be here. The Pied Piper dude has really got my head in a spin.
Yeah.
I mean, really, he kind of does. See, I don't know much about that religion. I really don't. I was
I'm just finding out today. So there's still, I started Googling members' names, rest records, and all that. So I'm going to do a much better show with some notes
Yeah.
on it, because tonight I was just like, wow, I was like down this rabbit hole and I haven't heard anyone else discuss the establishment that's behind the wells. And I find it interesting the way Don's talking, the way that this religion and the teachings are with the resurrection, and how he's like, I'm going to see my angel Summer again at the resurrection. There's evil in this world, and so I'll just see my baby again at the resurrection. Okay, but then this church's teachings is the resurrection's coming soon, and you better have the 3 angels before the resurrection and the end of the world, and everything's evil. All the outside stuff other than this teaching is from the devil and evil.
That sounds very much like Mormon religion. I mean, just saying. I've dealt with some Mormons before, and I personally can't deal with them. And I don't want to hurt any. I don't want to be rude, but I'm just speaking the way I feel.
I feel like it's a mix of a lot of different religions: Scientology, Mormonism.
But it's listed as Protestant.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter's in-laws was tied up in that kind of stuff, and it was like, I don't know, it's like they were living this different, that's the only nice word I can say about it, lifestyle while they're alive, so they can be rewarded when they die. And I'm thinking, okay, God gives you a life to live here. Well, and he, I don't want this TV. Well, God gave man the ability to know how to make that TV. So,
Exactly.
I mean, there's contradictory all over it. They'll even sit and they'll use their iPads and they'll use their phones, but they won't use a TV because the TV, for whatever reason, they can't control what comes on it. Are you kidding me? I can control my remote a hell of a lot better than I can an ad popping up on Facebook.
Yep.
So,
Well, yeah, because you can even control what channels you get because you buy them.
Right. I mean, you can put it on a church channel all day long, and even the commercials is going to be church stuff, So
Will I get in trouble for showing?
Right.
Can I show one of their church videos? It's a public thing that's supposed to be shared.
I shared a part of a church video in that last,
You
in that interview I did. That's the only
People
thing
are
I've done.
sharing that stuff all over, so I don't see why you would get in trouble.
Hey, Cooter. Yeah,
Let me see.
bro.
They're going to see much more on their phones and iPads of worldly things than they would if they just watched TV.
Maybe if I send you a link, will you show it for me? I love you.
I love
Thank you.
how she always says that to him. Baby, if I send you a link, will you put it up? She always says it so sweetly and quietly.
Okay, you guys talk
Like he's
going
going
to
to say no.
I know,
He
right?
said no before. If he's too tired, he'll say no. And I'll be like, okay, I love you anyway.
Y'all are
Oh.
cute.
Bake
are
cake, I
cute.
really don't know, honey. I was sent, like, at one point, it was like, I got 15 or 20 screenshots from different people. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, what in the hell is this? And so I read it, and I was just getting slagged on for getting paid by Ronnie Watts. And what? Like, I wish the hell I was getting paid, but that ain't the case, So I was like, I went
Right.
over there, and I'm like, look, I ain't getting paid a cent.
Where do these people get this information from?
Like, okay, I ain't making nothing. I haven't even talked, I've not even answered the phone. People calling me, I'm done with it.
Right.
I thought I'm going to make a video. I'm pretty transparent. I'm going to show my $3 a day that YouTube pays me, It's just ridiculous how they think we're over here making bank when my mic's falling off the boom bar, It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
But
I don't know why they think that.
Yeah, I saw that too, that I'm on the Watts payroll, and that is not true. And yeah, I think that's hilarious. Anyway, no, I'm not.
Yeah, it was me and you.
Yeah.
It was in the screenshot I got. Kim and Cher's getting paid by Ronnie. For what? What? For what?
Right? Yeah.
Like, it ain't like I'm sitting out here running around with binoculars trying to check out people and stuff. Why the hell would they be paying me?
They don't pay me. So if
Yeah.
they are, I haven't gotten the checks yet. I'm texting Ronnie.
Yeah, Ronnie,
Right.
I know mine to just say, hey, I ain't paying them. It's ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. Hell, Ronnie and Cindy's everywhere right now. Or Cindy, not Ronnie.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't think Jamie likes it either, but anyway.
Well, I mean, I just ain't dealing with it more.
Yeah.
Was she on Kim and Crafton's show last night?
Yeah.
Was that really Cindy?
Yeah.
That's why I went over there. Actually, I was like, that's where I was at when I started getting all those screenshots. The stuff that was being said about me was in a different live, and I just ran over that and said my piece and left. But I was in Kim and Crafton's because I was told Cindy was over there, and they said, "Is this really Cindy?" I'm like, hell, I don't know. So I went over there, and I was kind of just observing. I wasn't really saying anything, and I seen a name come up to Cindy. Cindy said something, and gotta
echo.
But I kept listening, and then I was like, "Yep, that's because I've heard her say the thing I've seen in the past. So it's definitely her."
Yes, cake. That's what people are saying about Mama Kim and Cher.
God, there's a code.
Jesus was a human person. He had a family, parents, grandparents, so on and so forth. But is that a significant fact about him? As it turns out, yes. His lineage is actually very important. So much so that the authors of the Gospels drew specific attention to that. This video will explore why.
We often hear about Jesus' divine nature, his unconditional love, his sacrifice for our sins, his ability to perform miracles of healing. But what do we know about his human roots? In the New Testament, Matthew chapter 1 and Luke chapter 3 give us the genealogy of his earthly family and clues to Jesus' character. If we compare the genealogies, though, it seems like they conflict. Why would Matthew and Luke include two different genealogies? Why include genealogies at all? To understand why, we need to take a look at the individual contexts of Matthew and Luke. Matthew's audience was Jewish. They were familiar with all the Old Testament stories, their heritage. The line of Joseph, Jesus' earthly father figure, is full of royalty and important patriarchs and matriarchs of Israel. By starting with Abraham and ending with Jesus, Matthew proves Jesus' right to rule from David's throne, the Jewish throne. Luke's audience was non-Jewish. They would be concerned with the lineage of their monarch on a larger scale. Luke traces Jesus' line back to Adam and then to God himself. This satisfied both the bloodline and the idea of the right to rule via divine sonship. God, through the gospel writers, offered to prove himself within the systems they could understand. He wants to convince, not coerce, so he offers grounds for belief. Of course, neither genealogy lists every branch of the family. So why not skip the unsavory? Why include people with bad reputations like Manasseh, one of the worst kings of Israel, or Rahab, a foreigner and a prostitute? Jesus was born into a family filled with flawed humanity who wrestled with unity with God's will. Because of the cross, humanity can finally reunite with God through Jesus. He was born humbly, and he is our King. Though his human family was filled with sin, he broke the cycle and lived a perfect life. He became a part of our family so we can become a part of his. See what kind of love the Father has given unto us, that we should be called children.
Me too, Cooter. That was not the right one. We'll try one more. Otherwise, I don't know. Just
Oh.
go to their.
I was gonna say, well, that was interesting.
It's so weird, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm. I don't know what to say.
They have like their own movies. If you check out the YouTube channel, it is creepy AF. Like, it's weird, and it's just like Scientology, how they have their own. Yeah, they don't even have movie theaters. They don't believe in going to movie theaters and watching movies. The churches have their own like theaters. They do their own commercials, everything. That's another thing that was a red flag to me was Robin, the Sunday school teacher, was super excited about this Easter commercial that they had shot. And I was like, that's weird. This little rinky-dink church is filming commercials, you know? And then, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh. Must have found another one.
Yeah, let's just get weird with it. Yeah, Cooter.
Yeah, that's what I heard, Bake Cake. I was kind of shocked, really, but I was like, whatever, you know.
In the book of Genesis, there's a famous story about Adam, Eve, a snake, and 2 trees. And this story has a lot to say to us about morality, human nature, and the incredible power and consequence of human choices. So how should we define good and evil? Let's find out.
We live between the trees. From the very beginning, there were 2 trees that dictated the course of human history: the tree of life and the tree of knowledge of good and evil.
I think God wanted to create a relationship with Adam and Eve, or just with humans. Of course, he knew what was going to happen, but I think he wanted to give them a chance to choose.
A lot of people may think that it was like a test to test certain people, but I think part of God's character and him showing us how he loves is giving us the option of free will.
The end, it was kind of to establish a barrier of truth and trust between God and the 2 humans, the first humans.
Ultimately giving us that choice to choose to be for him instead of choosing the other road, which is not being with him.
God gave us the trees as a choice to choose or not choose him. He placed the tree and told Adam and Eve not to eat from it. Adam and Eve failed in that they thought they could attain the knowledge of God. They decided to judge what was evil and what was good for themselves. And what's wrong with that? We decided to be our own judge, but we change. As humans, everything about us changes, from our opinions, our beliefs, our bodies, and our hairstyles. With our ever-changing selves, our ideas of good and evil will also change. What we once thought was good might be evil, and vice versa. When we are always changing, how can we really know good from evil? We need someone who does change. Someone who is constant. How do we do that? How can we know good from evil? Giving up our independence from God. We must reconnect to what we once turned away from, choosing only to live in Him and through Him. So if the tree was placed as a choice with evil attached, did God create evil? No. Does light create darkness? Does life create death? God cannot create something without His presence. Good and evil are 2 separate concepts. One is the absence of the other. They don't have anything in common. There are no traces of light in darkness, and there are no traces of God in evil. Evil is the absence of God, and we chose to know what that is. Why the tree of knowledge of good and evil? Did God not want us to have knowledge? He's given us very capable brains, and He doesn't want to throw that away. The knowledge He didn't want us to know was evil. He doesn't want us to experience what life is without Him. He only wishes for the best in our lives. He wants us to live life with Him to experience all the goodness that there is. The choices made many years ago still dictate the course of humanity. But we face the same choices every day. We still stand between 2 trees. Which one will you choose?
Creepy. That's what we're saying, Bill. We read Harry Grace stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
Yeah. No church I ever went to had weird shit like that.
No.
No.
Nope. We just over here in the old Southern Baptist religion over here, we wear our shorts and drink our tea and watch stuff on TV and say some bad words, and we still okay.
Mm.
Amen.
Yeah, it gave me vibes of Lori Daybell for sure. It definitely had me thinking of that, the whole doomsday, end of the world, and they needed their, what was it, like 1,300 people before the end of the world, and this is something about 3 angels, which I thought was odd. Is it 3 angels in a family, or like, how does that work? Because if you think about it, Rose gone, disappeared, angel 1, dad died 6 weeks before summer missing. There's 3.
Yep, that makes 3.
So I mean, it could just be a huge coincidence. I don't know, but I'm gonna keep digging into this and
Exactly, yeah.
compare them to the other cults, even the one that NK is a part of and stuff, because I just got on this kick today, but I wanted to put it out there because nobody else had really said anything yet about the churches. Well, they thought it was odd that they're being involved. They thought they were guilty, but I didn't see where anyone actually like looked into the church or the religion or teachings that they have going on. So I'm going to keep
Right,
looking into it, because I've taken members' names because they're all public. It's all over online, and I started Googling everyone and do they have sex offender arrest records or anything like that. So I'm going to do all that and take notes, and I'll get a better idea on it, and see if that woman wants to do an interview also and kind of tell you guys a little more about what she experienced with her 12 years being a part of the church.
Yeah, I'll look into it.
Oh, yeah, that
too.
would be good. Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. I know that on the Jody Arias case, I know the Seventh Day was involved. I'm not going to say involved, but they were part.
Yeah, Cooter, I think they are lying also, but I do think that because they're so heavy with this church, I think that it's very, very possible that if not the church being involved, that the church is aware of what happened also and are backing it. And at this point, the TBI said everybody is a suspect that is around Summer. Well, you're interjecting yourself into this case, so therefore you are a suspect.
Right.
I'm considering you a suspect.
They want to know. Yeah. They want to know everything going on, so they gotta stay involved.
And just in case Vanessa listens back to the replay, she sent a PayPal donation, and we did spoil the science with it. Got this fat scratcher, and then you got a bunch of kitty treats. And
very cool.
Catnip, and I don't know where he put his catnip mouse, but yeah, he got spoiled today. So thank you, Vanessa. We love you.
Oh, that was sweet.
It was.
So tomorrow is his 1 week being here. He still has another week on trial, but we already know he's home.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think he does too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He has taken over.
Well, you guys, I think I'm going to continue on. We're going to do a live tomorrow on the Joint channel, just a fun hangout. Mr. Chair took beer out, it looks like, so we might be drinking tomorrow night. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Tomorrow's my son's 18th birthday, so I will be doing festivities all day. So
happy birthday!
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. He has to be an adult now.
Oh my gosh.
I don't make plans.
Yeah.
Tomorrow happens. Whatever happens, happens. I don't make plans. It don't ever work.
Right. If I even say the word plan, it don't work.
Yeah, I don't like plans either.
Well, my son made the plans, not me, so I'm just going with the flow.
There you go.
I think I'm coming with the
Yes,
pocketbook is what
cake.
I'm coming with. I'm coming with the money.
Right. Yeah.
Eliza, it does appear that way. From what Cher has researched today, it does appear that the seventh day is a branch of Mormon religion.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna keep digging into this and get like a bunch of stuff organized and see if I can get them on here to just speak about their experiences. But obviously, I'm not going to be pushy about it, guys, because they're still scared. And I get it. I actually got a little bit nervous thinking, oh my God, there's a branch like down the road from us. Are they going to try intimidating us? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. That's why I said be careful.
That is Matthias. He is the prince of the castle.
Well, the bottom line is if somebody is really religious, and they take their religion into such a deep depth, then yeah, you have to go into it, because if you think about it, we are our religion. Now, a lot of people don't even think that way, but whatever religion you was brought up in actually is what you practice today, even whether you realize it or not. It just is.
Right.
It's who you are. And that's when I was going into the whole NK thing, well, you are your religion. You are what you was raised up to believe. And so, I always believe in going back into religion and what you were raised and born into, because that is who you are. That is how you believe. So I don't find it being bad at all to go into this religion. I actually think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
And I've been saying for quite a while, I believe, let's look at the church a little more. If you really want to do deep, you can't really get into the theories of, dad's acting this way or mom's acting this way, because we don't know their characteristics or the facts. So there's really no way for us to sit here and judge on characteristics when we didn't know them personally before the fact.
Mm-hmm.
But you can go into the religion, because that'll tell you who they are.
Yeah. Well, and they're interjecting themselves into this, so they need to be prepared for it.
Right.
And I know for a fact the Sunday school teacher is reaching out to YouTubers trying to talk and trying to get, they're so worried about what people are thinking about them. And it just gives me a very bad vibe, because you wouldn't be worried about it. You brought yourself into this. And that's what the one YouTuber had said. Like, you interjected yourself into this. So buckle up and enjoy the ride, kind of.
So the church is coming and looking for interviews from YouTube. I didn't know that.
I'll send you the link after this, Mama. The Sunday school teacher has actually been emailing YouTubers and trying to be like, well, why did you say this or that about the church? And if you say something about the church, so they're emailing
you in your church. It should speak for itself.
It's weird.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's all weird. And again, sending the women in to do it, it's weird.
That is very weird. Yeah, please do send me that link. I'd like to see that.
Okay.
Because I didn't know about it.
Yeah, you can't get away from the TV. Do it.
Very interesting.
So yeah, I'll keep digging into that, and then we'll put a better show together with hopefully an interview. So
yeah, that'd be good.
Now I'm gonna go hang out and watch some documentaries with the hubby, I think. And Mr. Matthias.
Okay.
Mr. Matthias.
Well, everybody have a good night.
I love you, Nellie, Tammy, and Mama.
Yes, have a good
night. Love you too, guys.
Love you, ladies. Y'all be good now.
Love you, ladies.
Bye, everybody. Bye, chat.
Thanks for joining us. And yeah, we'll keep it going. We're gonna keep digging into this, all of us. So we'll get more details for you.
Yeah,
Bye.
very good. All right.
Yeah, we'll definitely do more research before you guys.
Everybody have a good night.
Good night, y'all.